we can boogie on down. Down. Terribly annoying. Actually. Uh, what's up, everybody? It's just a slice of life. All right, cool. Let's get into the news real quick, and then, against my better judgment, we gotta edit. I do want to code a little, hour an hour, right? Hour an hour, 10, 11. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this in like record time. Uh, yeah, let's see if we can do this in record time so we can thoroughly enjoy ourselves. You can boogie on down. Um, hey yo, what up, Esther? How we living? Let's talk about some of the job market numbers in tech, and then we'll do a session, another session of recruitment hell. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. You know, just it's just so much stuff. Like, have you ever felt? Have you ever felt? Let me go back to my main screen. Have you ever felt? Have you ever felt like you're supposed to be doing so much more, but when you sit down to like take breath of all the things that you have to do, you kind of just become go by beside yourself and like fuck, I don't do it. In that moment, get up and do something little. Just get up and do something little, because the overwhelming anxiety of the soul crushing position, which is surviving in today's day and age, even though we have medicine, seatbelts, and Disneyland, is somehow causing a mental stress that people can't handle. So in those moments, I like to remind myself that one, you're doing pretty good, kid. Two, too many people are depending on you for to quit now. And then three, I think the most important part is you got some more in you, right? You got a little something extra in the tank.
Get down.
Oh yeah. Truly, what's up, baby? How we doing? So, that's my little motivational spiel for the night. Right? But we're all in it together, you feel me? We're going to do some of the news articles for the day, and then we're going to jump into some other things. Mason, I appreciate that. What up, Mason? Yeah. We good. I'm here to motivate and regulate. You feel me? I'm here to motivate and regulate. Hey yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. Robotech, what's up, baby? Robotech's in the building.
Sin City was a media.
Oh damn! Someone already joined the race. Who did that? Oh, that's you, Robotech. You got in the race quick. If you're on Twitch, we do have a bot, a special bot. It's called the Perfect Lurker. If you have the channel points, there's 100 channel points. You can join the race. You can see it around the chat box below me. You can do cool things like equip a shield to protect yourself from the madness that is this chaotic world. You could leave a little trap. You could leave a little trap for your opponents. I'm not going to attack Robotech directly, as I value my life. But, you know, if she runs into it, that's on her. Right? But yeah, if you want to, you can jump in that. I appreciate it. But today we're going to be talking about some of the job numbers. Ooh, returning the favor. Wait, what happened to my shields? Dang. Dang. You took all my shields like that? Oh my god. What is this violence? It's just me and you here for the love of everything that's good. But yeah, that's how you play the game. It's pretty fun. The more you type, the slower you go. It's a lurker's game. It's a lurker's type of game. I hit you first out of demonstration. But you should know my love was there from the beginning. I wanted the date on this article. February 11th. Okay, cool. If you want my love, you can boogie on down. Down. Boogie on down. All right, let's get into this dyslexic utopia. I wish I could send you money, but I'm poor. Don't worry, it's free to kick it. You feel me? Clap it. But also, damn, you're poor. I'm just playing. Why did I hit that button? That wasn't funny. That tickled me though. Yeah, fair enough. Don't worry, it's free to kick it, Esther. You don't have to pay to be here. But when you make it big, remember the little YouTubers. All right? Remember the little ones. We'll be here when you get big. Because we believe in you. Let's get into this. We are recording there. Clap sync. 3, 2, 1. So imagine you're in the middle of the worst economy this side of the Mississippi, and you're trying to find a job. And while you're trying to find a job, multiple people, not even multiple, we're talking about people on clubs of hundreds of thousands of people are literally being evacuated. 15 companies alone are responsible for getting rid of nearly 800,000 jobs. And we'll look at some of the metrics that define how this works, but I think we need to really take collection of something. We all need to agree that numbers are numbers and words are words. Words can lie to you, and words can be used to manipulate numbers. But in any universe this side of the Mississippi, 2 plus 2 is always going to be 4. And the day that 2 plus 2 isn't 4, we have bigger issues to answer for. And I think we've hit that threshold. I think we've hit the point where numbers are now being called lies because of what people believe in their heart. And regardless of what color tie you wear, whether it's a blue tie, red tie, we can all admit that what is happening right now isn't good. People are losing their homes, people are losing their livelihoods, people are having to turn to some of the more toxic parts of the world. And I like to remind everybody the number one reason for creep in crime is really because police presence. That's the only way crime exists, because people have to be there to document and note it. But the actionable acts of crime happen because of extenuating circumstances. Because when people don't have their bare necessities met, it's a great song, they turn to the worst faculties of mankind: stealing, robbing, killing, doing the dirty deed for a little bit of seeds. You feel me? A little bit of strange things for some change. But before you start your OnlyFans page, I want to implore you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Moreover, how can we maybe assess what's going on and how it happened in the past, and what we probably need to do right now in order to move things forward in a meaningful way. I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. Follow me down this rabbit hole. Clap it.
Get down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Top right.
Why are you the only one chatting? Because you're a real one, Esther.
No music.
And real ones don't ask questions that don't need answers. You feel me? Today was the first day of Ramadan, so I don't have any water down here, but Allahu Akbar, Allah is the only way. No, I'm just playing. How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. And I want to talk about how come numbers don't matter anymore. Right? Why is it that numbers don't matter anymore? There's an article out of the... what is this? I stole this because fuck the New York Times. Jobs growth, overstated, new data shows. So we're going to take a look at this. But before we get too deep into it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all those cool things at the top so you don't forget to do it at the end. Appreciate you guys. Job growth was overstated, new data shows. Annual revision shows that employers added far fewer jobs in 2024 and 2025 than previous estimates. Oh my goodness. And if this chart is anything to diverge on, we just got into 2025, and as those numbers started to diverge right about here. That's crazy. All right, let's get to it. Job growth over the past 2 years was far weaker than previously believed. U.S. employers added just 181,000 jobs last year. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said on Wednesday that was 69% fewer jobs than initially estimated of the 584,000. The agency also lowered its estimate of job growth in 2024 by nearly 28%. So those were during the Biden's last few days in office, the sheer pandemonium that is. But it's 181,000 is still that's too damn high. But I think the standard deviation is like something of that course. That's crazy. There is and just for the record, every single administration has gone down at some point. Some have even gone up. Some have even underestimated their abilities. But to see a 69, nice, percent drop, that's way too much. That's way too much. In total, the U.S. economy has more than 1 million fewer jobs than previously reported. Fuck. Damn. The revision are part of a long-standing annual process in which the BLS reconciles the monthly estimate of job growth, which are derived from surveys with less timely but more reliable data from state governments. Okay, this is another good tidbit here. This isn't the federal government. This is the state government. These are individual states who are regulated and maintained by their internal states. Them lying to make the president look good does nothing for their numbers in reality. Because in reality, the people with those jobs and the people in those communities feel that impact. So lying here doesn't serve anybody, right? So they have to tell the truth here. Or at least you would hope they would have to tell the truth. In the past, so-called benchmarks revisions have typically been small and attracted related little attention, but the 2024 adjustment was the biggest in years, reducing the estimated jobs growth by nearly 600,000. This year's revision was even bigger, the largest since 2009. What? In percentage term, in 2009, wasn't that Barack and them? Who was the president now? The new data, 2008, the housing market crashed, so they were coming off the recovery of that, so that makes sense. The new data makes even more pronounced. The new data makes even more pronounced the low hire and low fire stasis that was characterized by the labor market for much of the past 2 years. The revision didn't affect the unemployment rate, which trickled down to 4.3% in January, but they suggest that the job growth ground nearly to a halt. So that's an interesting stat. People got fired. People got fired at an extraordinary rate, but it seems like people weren't hired at all. So then how did the Labor Department calculate static growth? That's interesting. Making it harder for anyone without a job to find one. Yeah, that's an odd stat. I feel like that's a missing number or something of that nature. Like job. So basically, so I see what they did. They basically kept the employment rate or the rate of which people got hired consistent, and hid the fact that people are getting fired at a higher rate, which helped the unemployment number drop to 4.3. Because if you're not seeing job loss and consistent job growth, your unemployment should drop naturally. So that's how they're doing it. That's interesting. We've been hearing from workers that job market is not working for them for some time, said Daniel Zuha, chief economist at the employment site Glassdoor. They are starting to align with the data. And this deviation is crazy. This was the original, this is the revised, so that deviation is real. Experts across the ideology spectrum reject those accusations, nothing that there was no consistent political pattern in the revision. Rather, they said the large revision highlighted the challenge of accurately measuring economy during a period of falling survey response rates and changing employment patterns. Those challenges have been exacerbated by budget cuts and staff turnover problems that the president that preceded Mr. Trump, but have grown worse since he has returned to office. So, okay. I see this analogy working well, but I do feel like there's a little bit of this person might, because prospects of companies build into their budget who and how, like who's in office. That's something that they build into their budget. If they're like, oh, this person is extremely friendly to oil companies, we're going to start doing a lot of shady shit because we know we can get away with it. That's what they want. That's what they do, right? That's what they do. So for me, I see this as a situation where they're definitely, gassing this situation, but without trying to point blame. But I do like the tidbit that they said that while the office, there's always revisions no matter who's in office. It can be exacerbated based on who's in office, right? I think that's super important to mention. I think we need more skeptical. We need to be more skeptical about the monthly employment estimates, says Guy Berger, a labor economist who follows the numbers closely. He said that he remains confident that the estimates are free from political bias, but the large revision suggests BLS is struggling to get an accurate read on the state of labor market. One one possible thought, partially explanation for the recent downward revision relates to the way the government statistics accounts for job created by newly started companies and destroyed by ones that go out of business, such as employers aren't included in the monthly job survey. So BLS estimates their impact based on historical patterns using statistical methods known as the birth-death model. That approach can't always keep up with the changes of the economy. However, during the coronavirus pandemic, the Americans started a new business in record numbers. More recent job, this is a great stat. This is actually a great stat. We talk about this a lot. During the Great Depression, the Harlem Renaissance took part, which was the greatest growth in black communities that the world had ever seen, right? That was what we did. That was how we made it. That was our golden age. But during white America's time, they were seeing that as a horrible time. And that's the tale of two different tapes. In 2008, during the 2008 crisis, if you were a person that had bought your house prior to the early 90s, you were almost shielded by that because you didn't fall into any of those traps, and you had one of the best rates. So you would never think of refinancing your house. And then you have this situation where I think, like, for sure, I can feel the social pressures of people who are experiencing hardship in our economy. And I can definitely tell, like, people are penny pinching at the grocery store. I don't look at all of my bills. This shouldn't be a flex. All of my bills are on auto pay. My bank called me the other day and said, "Hey, your electric bill's gone up." My bank called me. They said, "Sir, we wanted to inform you your electric bill has gone up." Yeah, because 60 miles that way, there's a fucking data center being built. And our elected officials sold us up the creek, right? So there is a part of me, there very much so is a part of me that doesn't want to ignore this or wave it away. But in these trying times, there's going to be a group or demographic of people who are going to thrive. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be anybody from the middle or lower class. It's all upper class, right? It's all upper class. The approach can't always keep up with the changes in the economy. However, during the coronavirus pandemic, the Americans started new business at record numbers, mostly jobs gains, as new businesses have showed. But it can take time for such a shift to show up in the economy models. BLS last year said that it would change the birth-death model to be more responsive to shifts in labor market. That should lead to a smaller revision in the future, but it could also make the initial monthly estimate more volatile and harder to interpret. The birth-death model accounted for only a fraction of the big revision of 24 and 25. So why even bring it up? If it was a minuscule function, then you're just looking for something to blame. So that makes this conversation up here of a possible partial explanation. It's not a partial explanation. You're saying it's minuscule. You're feeling. Doubt about the government's data have led some economists in recent months to give renewed attention to alternative estimates from private sources such as the ADP. Yeah, because we know that the Trump administration has been very forthcoming about wanting to revise the numbers or say that the numbers are fake. These once very free, very local, very informal processes have now become extremely difficult. Private data isn't immune from revision. Is in its own ADP last week updated a job estimate to align them with the government's data. Oh shit! So ADP is already saying, hey, we don't want no beef. We'll make your numbers. Hey, Papa Trump, we're gonna make your numbers the same. We don't want no trouble. Process similar to BLS annual benchmarking procedure. The revision reduced ADP's estimate of private sector jobs growth in 2025 more than a third, sheesh, and made a substantial change to the company figure as far back as 2020. All right. So essentially, for what it's worth, we're cooked, okay? We're cooked, y'all. Pack it up. Pack it up. And the reason isn't because the job numbers bad. The job numbers being bad is a bad sign. What's even worse is that we're not even being told the truth about what's bad happening. The numbers are so bad they are lying about it and hoping that you don't look into it, hoping that you're not curious to know why. That pressure, that weight on your back, that is not a coincidence. That is life putting pressure on you. And it doesn't have to be that way. There are so many things that are striking as odd in these situations, but more than ever, you have to, specifically about what's going to be happening in the next 2 to 3 years, you need to carve out some savings. You need to carve out some savings and cut back on some expenses. And I know that sounds probably insurmountable for someone who's living paycheck to paycheck, but we are being put into a situation where the job numbers have been dropped nearly by 1 million. And by my calculation alone, just a rough estimate, poverty levels are increasing all around. You need to roll back on some of the prices, find community, start reaching out, start building internally so that we can start surviving on our own. Because once some of the bare necessities go south or out the door, people are going to get real strange. Like, people are going to get real strange. And I don't want to be part of that that semblance of strangeness when it starts to happen. So put down in the comment section below some of the things you've experienced as far as your job concerned. What is your company doing? How long have you been out in the job market? I'm very curious to hear some of the strangers' reflection on this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the other side. JD, what's up, baby? I'm gonna try and code up a little storm myself. You said, man, I jumped companies in the nick of time, eh? Service as a software is going to die. It's going to die. Is going to die an organization death, agonizing death. It seems. With the way AI is revolutionizing enterprise architecture stacks, there are fewer and fewer amounts that exist. Services software vendors can offer when companies can rapidly produce platforms entirely tailored to their verticals. Yeah, the thing that I think a lot of people just, and maybe this is something that I'm starting to notice. I think one of the things I notice on the back end of that is so many companies swear that their service as a software can run independently, but they don't have a service as a software that can run without human interactions or without regulatory stasis, right? There's a lot of these things are still filtered out. I think laws will be changing in the very near future for like medical grade equipment, but like there's a lot of things that need just a lot of oversight. And then also there's a lot of like security, manual security things that just can't be done that way yet. But it's coming. It's for sure coming. You definitely packed up, went south, and I need you to be doing well at your job, just in case I might need a job. Let me go get some water, just in case I need a backup plan. All right. All right. What I miss? What I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? I'd say it's going decently well. There have been many having me giving meetings and presentations to all the high ups, partially because my clause usage is more than the rest of the companies combined by multiple orders of magnitude. Uh, because I'm part of the AI committee on my team, and the stuff I be coming up with is so practical that I honestly be telling them like we don't have to think this hard, y'all. We don't have to think this hard. We want to make something that's going to help our company make money. Period. Think of a problem that we do, and we do it really well. A problem we solve, and we solve it very well, and just make the thing do that. And I think one thing is super good for is data manipulation. Because making a pivot table is not easy, y'all. But AI can do that shit real easy. till it passes all the specs. That sounds pretty dope, bro. Yeah, I bet you they love you over there. They love you over there. All right, let's get into the recruiting hell subreddit real quick. Let's get in. Ah, fucking JD, you're so damn cool. You're so damn cool. Uh, um, video 2, clap sync, 3, 2, 1. I haven't been clapping loud enough doing those things, so if you into this, I haven't seen it in the recording, so I need to just. Hey, how you guys doing? Why am I introducing? This is the second video that I'm doing for Recruiting Hell subreddit. There's a few people told me to review everything. Don't skip the memes. Read those too. So I'll read those as well. But I appreciate you guys with all the support. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. We're back on the Recruiting Hell subreddit. I'm trying to see what the worst and the best of everything is. We're gonna go over a few of these, and like I said, the person wants me to give advice, and I just felt like when the first time I read this, I didn't feel like I could give any advice. And then upon reading some of them, it really comes down like it's really just a context like gap, right? But really, what it comes down to is people needing to understand people's circumstances and like what are the things they're willing to sacrifice. But I'm super interested to see what this week has to offer. This one here is a post is saying, "Can you explain the gap in your resume?" Sure. Are you familiar with the 1,500 companies collectively worth $5 trillion? That have laid off 367,000 workers in the past 2 years. Ugh. Yeah. That you say that with your chest too a little bit. Like I think one of the things that are so like reprehensible is the fact that we let these companies get away with like getting away with things that we tell ourselves we don't deserve, right? There's a bunch of poor people right now. There's a block like down the street, like 2 blocks from my house, down the street that, back when the election was going on, there was a lot of Trump flags going there, and we call that Trump Row. Like Trump Row, because all those houses are up for sale now, and that's horrible. That's horrible, right? They're dilapidated and kind of fading away. And they were quickly bought up by some venture capitalists, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, whenever I see a situation where a Walmart moves to someone's town, I just know that your town's poverty rate is about to increase. Because Walmart will move in, cause all the other places to shut down, the mom and pop shops to shut down, by challenging their prices, making, the $4 drink at the coffee shop is now $2 at Walmart. People betray their community going there, and then Walmart is responsible for having employees who take up the most benefits. Imagine working full-time at Walmart and still needing government assistance, but Walmart is getting government assistance. So this is a deeply woven issue right here, right? Another one here, please give your availability so I can disregard it entirely. What? Hello, I'm available anytime in the Monday, well, on the Monday, in the Monday. Did AI read? Okay, never mind. Monday 2/16 2 to 5 p.m. block, or the Tuesday 2/17 12 to 1:30 p.m. block. Thank you. They responded. You are scheduled for 3 Friday at 3. Please email me if you need to reschedule. Thanks. Uh, and I feel like this is probably some intern, but to be honest, I don't want to give the company any doubt here, or any benefit in a lot of doubt, because like this is just because if this person emails you back and says, "Hey, can you read the first email I sent you?" Now they're being disrespectful, right? If someone emails you back and says, "Hey, motherfucker, read the first email," aren't they being disrespectful? But like you gotta give the bare minimum, and that's all people are really asking for is the bare minimum. And when someone doesn't feel like they're getting the bare minimum, they're just gonna go by the wayside. That's what this feels like. It's such a wasted energy. What is the new normal for getting interviews in tech? I'm here to tell you. Yeah, I probably should read this one right here. What is the new normal for getting an interview in tech? I'm genuinely trying to figure out if. Hey, yo, what up, Kat? I'm genuinely trying to figure out if I'm missing something in the job market, or if things have just changed a lot recently. I'm targeting a mid-senior role in tech. I have 6+ years of experience, 4 years of at the manager slash senior manager level. Recognizable service as a software company names. Ooh, strong revenue metrics, industry awards, and MBA. JD, I feel like you could tell this person what the fuck going on right now. Davey, what's up, baby? And pretty large professional network. Okay, keep note of this. A pretty large professional network. We're gonna revisit that. Historically, my background has gotten traction pretty quickly, and there were regularly recruiters in my inbox. So I'm trying to understand what changed. I stay active on LinkedIn, attend industry events. This is also important. Regularly post and comment, tailor my resume to each role. Usually takes about an hour per application. Oh, this person's spitting game. Applying within a week of posting, and usually reach out to the recruiter plus hiring manager after applying. I also tap mutual connections when I have them. Over the last 2 to 3 months, I have applied to around 30 roles. At the rate that the work that they're doing, that is understandable. And I haven't heard back from a single one. No phone screens. As for my messages, they are no recruiter replies, no hiring manager replies, even a connection at the companies of these people posting we're hiring don't respond. Those used to at least say, well, be in touch if you fit. In 2022, 2023, during the mass tech layoff, was there a mass tech layoff? I felt like that was a hiring boom. But that is also the duality of situation. People experience time in different capacities. Pretty rough market. I could still usually land a phone screening. Now it's just a complete silence. I initially thought January slowdown, but February hasn't improved. So I am honestly asking if it's just the current market for mid-senior tech marketing roles. Are people seeing success with different approaches now? Is applying quickly plus tailored resume plus LinkedIn outreach no longer enough? Are companies mostly hiring internal or via referral now? It's this. This is the answer. That's the answer. Is anyone actually getting traction right now? I'll keep hearing entry level is the hardest because of your experience, but now I have experience somehow it feels even less effective. Okay, this is great. I've heard looking for more UPS. I heard they're looking for more UPS drivers. Nothing much. Just working on some stuff. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. So getting into this is super interesting. So we highlighted some things up top, right? The service as a software. We have someone in the chat right now who basically left their job in the service as a software. People, company managers, and people think that they can do this with AI, and until they've experienced enough failure or enough money loss that will dictate otherwise, they're not going to change this. So this skill, why important is that? Is also, you mentioned something here which makes me kind of wonder. Mid-senior role in tech. I have 6 years of experience, 4 years as at the manager and senior level. Okay, 4 years, 4 years of anything, I think makes you that thing. If you went to med school for 4 years and graduated, guess what? You're a doctor, dickhead. Why are you calling yourself a mid-senior? There's something that needs to be said about people who purposely stunt their growth. What do I mean by this? Oh, I'm a mid-senior. No, bitch, you're just a senior. Why would you downplay your skill set like that? It's not your job to lose the job for yourself. It's their job to figure out. You think when I was lying on my resume, I was out here telling people that I was not as good as this resume says I am? What type of mindless self-indulgence and humiliation ritual are we doing here? This cannot be the way. You give your best foot forward. And when you put that best foot forward, make sure your shoes look clean too. This has to stop. This has to stop, because now I'm very curious about the way they articulate and sell themselves. Sell yourself like a Ford F-150 across the street from a monster derby. Yeah. I'm not saying you go out here and say that you're a neurosurgeon, but damn it, don't go out here and say that you work in the forensic pathology office. Another thing that I found to be kind of interesting about this was the level of they mentioned that they have a pretty big network, right? A pretty big network, a large network professional. And if this is true, then this should also be true. If you have a big network, professional network, then and they all have jobs. I don't know what it. There's telling me one of two things. One, you don't know how to use your network, or two, you're not very likable, right? You're probably a dickhead. Anytime you reach out to them, they probably on some like,
Why are you here?
right? If you have a big professional network and they have jobs, you're either not good at using your professional network, or you're not. And I'll say this: your professional network.
Why are you here?
Your professional network is not like the people you go and network with. These aren't your friends. That's something else that I see a lot that bothers me. I go to these conferences and I see a lot of people who want to go drink. A lot of people want to go to the after party, but no one really wants to just sit down and be like, tell me your fucking secrets. Tell me what you're doing that I need to do. What do I need to know in order to get the job? Like, it's cool to be swagged out and have a good time. All of that shit is great. But at the end of the day, what are you doing that is separating you from everyone else? That is the part that I never really get the deep dives in. Like, all these social functions, I promise you, after 10 minutes, yeah, people, like, I'm telling you, Rump, I'm telling you. Okay, for a fact, I know I've done this. And I was nice enough to tell this person. In real time. There was a dude who I invited to a professional development session. They were cool, super nice guy. But I told them, hey, if you come to this event, this is not a J's and Jeans event. I need you to put on some slack, polo collared shirt, bare minimum, and come in ready to entertain and mingle. And I get it. And you know what he said to me? He was like, "Oh, hero, you faking it for the man now?" Yes. I'm employed too, motherfucker. Yes. What? We're playing the game. But I still get to take my jersey off and go home. You gotta be you all goddamn day, and that's not looking too you being you by yourself looks kinda poor. This version of you looks kinda broke. I'd like to see better. That's what I'm trying to get out you. So yeah, fake the game. And what did he do? Came in there dressed in jeans and a t-shirt with a jean jacket. They didn't let him in. He was calling, texting me. I had to look at my phone and be like reject. Brother, I gave you all the keys. You still got to know how to open the door. But yeah, I'm concerned about this. I don't know. You got to be likable. And you can work on your social skills at those events. Those events are very social, especially like anything that's hosted by like a Google Code and Coffee, a Google Flight, any of those things where like a Google Pilot or like a pitching idea, a business venture capitalist thing. You don't have to even have money to get into those things. You can just go there and want to speak to people who have it. So, like, while I don't know this person and I'm only hearing what they want, and I also want to very much so give this caveat very much up front, this person is valid. Right? This person is valid. Their struggles, their concerns, their issues, they're all valid because they could be in a situation where that. But also, I want to say for the time that they spend 1 hour per application, when in reality, you should spend half as much time as the person who is reviewing your resume, which means your keywords and your items and your selection need to be more focused on them, which they're not. But these are things that I learned through time, right? 30 applications and expecting a call right back or anything like that is preposterous for today's day and age. I think you at least have to get up to 200. And that's not okay. I don't want anyone thinking that that's okay. That's dog water. That's not it. But do you want a job or do you want to complain about the system? I didn't think so. So get to filling those applications out, right? Get to filling those applications out. This was an interesting one. I like this. Nearly fell into a scam. I got a LinkedIn message from someone regarding the opportunity at an organization that they were recruiting for. Their name was unusual, but I looked up the organization she named and it looked legit enough, but I had a morsel of doubt. I replied back a couple hours after receiving the message with a throwaway email address expressing interest. Very quickly got a reply on LinkedIn, and the recruiter told me that her supervisor would email me, and that email came nearly instantaneously. The formatting seemed off, the sense that the message didn't take up the width of the screen, and the email typically would. Within the message, the organization name was notably slightly different than that was the recruiter on LinkedIn message. So I Googled the version of the organization's name and landed on their website. I spent a minute or two checking it out, and the closer I looked, the more and more doubt the website had images of their team, but they looked too generic, so I reverse image searched, and sure enough, I found lots of instances of those same people, but with different names across many different websites. So what's the scam here? If I did a LinkedIn search for the people, what the... Oh, shit. Same girl, author, UX designer. What? Why are people doing this? This is like a cheer company or HBO. Be careful. I thought it was like a cheer company subreddit for a second. Red Ball Market Global, part of a conspiracy. What the fuck? Uh, Reported in the Department of Labor. Once the main thing doing, you can send them claims with info they gave you, and you can also do a who is on the domain, get the abuse email, and collect the information. Yeah, I'm curious to know why they. I don't know what this is or why they're doing it, but a good catch. Good catch for sure. You gotta do some research here. Hearing just be patient. Really wish people would stop saying don't be discouraged, be patient. Everyone is going through this. Do people realize there's a reason I'm upset about not getting a job? Why does this not click with people? I have chronic illness that I cannot afford to treat. I am in severe pain every second of the day. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm depressed. I no longer have savings. I can't afford my rent, my bills. Some of us need jobs now. I have done nothing but apply to jobs since May. I have had over 50 interviews, and which led to, well, if only you had a bit more experience. I graduated under a year ago, and I'm applying to junior positions. I should not need 5 years of experience. Great time to start looking for shelters. Yes, I am discouraged because I don't fucking know if I will even have a home or food to eat. You want to know why people keep telling you don't get discouraged, be patient? It's because what does being panicked and discouraged do for you other than make you hostile, negative, and have a disposition that doesn't serve you when trying to ingratiate yourself in front of people? The reason why people keep telling you to chill the fuck out is because they can literally hear, feel, and smell the anxiety, hate-filled, riddled aggression you have towards not achieving your goals. And they self-internalize that. People think you hate them, though they don't even know your name. They're not telling you this so that to quell you like a baby. They're telling you this so you don't come off as a jackass. Because even with all this shit that you said, even I'm a little like, how you expect to get a job with that attitude? That's literally the problem. Right? That's literally the problem. No one's blaming you for your circumstances. We're trying to help you from being in a perpetual cycle where you remain in that. Yeah, and that's the thing. But here's the thing. He's had 50 interviews. 50 interviews. I only had 7. It was number 7 for 5 for me. But you've had 50 interviews, brother. It kind of gives off that energy that you're probably doing or saying something that's pushing people the wrong way. But I get his strife. I get his concerns. I get his strife. I get his concerns. But people are telling you to chill the fuck out. 50 is actually amazing, which also speaks to he has a bigger issue. And I'm pretty sure the issue is people can feel like this anxiety or this tension from him, and he can't do nothing with it. But I hope he takes it. And it's crazy. The advice is right there. He probably won't take it. People don't apply if you need employment. Please don't apply if you make excuses. Your friends don't comment on your energy and outgoing personality. You can't hold others accountable. You are afraid to have tough conversations. You are unable to nurture and maintain long-term relationships. You are just looking for a job. You gossip. You have a massive ego. You like drama. You are definitely afraid of failing when doing something new. You can't hold yourself accountable. What type of job is this? It sounds like an application to be a toxic boyfriend. I better apply. Hey yo. I better apply. Why is it so hard to give us a salary range? Recruiter, what are your salary expectations? Candidate, what's the salary range for this role? This is a fascinating concept, and I tell people this all the time. The only time you should ever give your salary expectation is when you already, one, have a job and you're not looking, and two, you have a job and you are looking, but you can stay. You only give that number when you have leverage. When you have the leverage. So any other time, for me, I'm not giving that number. But the easiest way to do it is to simply just ask them, what is the budget you have for this position? What is the budget you have for this position? Because now it's not a question of how much do you want to pay me? Bitch, how much do you want to pay anybody? Because you could have a grade A S tier worker come through. You still gonna pay them as little as possible. Right? You still gonna pay them as little as possible. The only time being notable, being significant in your job is important is for promotions, or if your notoriety brings about that thing. So if everyone knows who you are because of who you know, like respects what you do because of who you are and what you are, then obviously people are gonna pay you accordingly. That's interesting. That's good for me. I want to code. All right, I like this. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna read some more of these next time. I'll see you guys. Peace. Peace. Regining. Yeah, it's coding time. I need more people to join the race. JD, join the race. Who else is here? Rumple, join the race. Y'all not trying to support your boy? Oh wait, Robotech, you know how to use oh, Robotech. I've been coding all night. I'm fixing my robot studio and my portfolio. You know what I really need to do? I really do need to edit. But before I edit, how much time do I have left? I got like 30 minutes. So we're gonna try and fix some of this absurd code. Do you believe in magic? Okay. This is interesting because now I can't see anybody's name. Rival. Oh, got yourself some protection, huh, JD? All right. The thing I need to do is fix in Godot. Hey. All right, JD. Come on now. I thought we were friends. Now I got a shield break on your butt. Wow. That speed up is crazy. I gotta turn that speed down. Ah, damn it, he has a shield on. Shit. Uh. Well, no time like the present to see if this is gonna break anything, so guys, go crazy. Got a shield break there. About to get another one. Ah, damn it. You got that shit quick? That's actually diabolical. Finally got him. Got him. Got him. Alright. So as you can see, all of the code is ticking out here. What we got? The trap log here. Y'all going in. Damn, hey. Y'all going in. Why are y'all going in right now? What is it's excellent, right? So if you want to see who you hit, go exclamation mark rival. If you want to see who's hitting you, you can use exclamation mark defense. I'm gonna see how strong you guys are when all them shields are taken away. But yeah, pretty much that's what we're working with. I can use a snapshot. Robotech's in first place. Robotech's in first place. You're on lap 183. You've traveled 394 miles. JD's in second place, 20 miles. Rumpel, 14 laps. 20 laps to... It's 20 laps. All right, cool. So that works. Well, that's working itself out. Look, you guys are locked in. Y'all are locked in. That's hilarious. It's addictive, isn't it? It's addictive. It's almost as if I was onto something when I first made this. Tell me how everything went, Robotech. Because you did your presentation, right? How did that go? Nobody showed up? You should have streamed it. I knew I should have pushed you to stream it. Because I would have showed up. I would have been there. You should have streamed it. But don't worry. You'll get more opportunities. And it just means you have more time to practice. People not showing up is just a stand-in for the future development, right? Or at least like recorded it, maybe released it on YouTube. Okay, let's fix that. Profile readme strangers hash map. I gotta find the perfect stranger. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to go to the markers lab tomorrow, but I don't think I'm gonna bring Sonny. It's too difficult to move. I'd be willing to offer you my muscles, free of charge. I'm available. I'm here for it. I don't know what I will show. Maybe my game or build something while I'm there. It's all good opportunity. If just maneuvering or carrying Sonny is the issue, that sucks. But also, how big is Sonny? Sonny is 6 feet tall. You out here making Sonny the size of what men wish. Git commit. Uh, why did the lion go to therapy? Because he found out his wife was a cheetah. Well done, Nightmare. We've earned that one. Go forth and serve. Go forth and serve. All right, cool. So you can be lonely. I need this part. Nightmare, I get it. You're funny. You don't have to keep doing it. Also, you're telling jokes to make people's days. Tell me some stock options. That would really make my day. We don't need jokes in the chat. I'm funny enough. Yeah, go put your phone on the charger, bro. Little bro. Mm-mm-mm. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. And then it's all part of just being like super happy for it. Okay, I need to hear what was actually said, because I don't know if I know what was said. Oh no.
Here's everything Trump did this week. He passed.
Okay, I remember this. I remember this one. So it's about That's a nice picture. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. War. Huh. Sing. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. What? Is that productive? No shot that's productive time in there. Hey. Hey. Your favorite bot is back. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, you did what? I invited you to stream together, just turn off shared chat. When did this happen? The coworker study. Oh, I see it up top. Oh, this is cool. I'm curious. I'll definitely use your chat group for this. Oh wait, shit, this put me in a group. I get to join the call. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, I gotta prepare for this. It just keeps us accountable. Nanda Hado. Also, do I have to join the call? I feel like y'all gonna be studying. You know I'm a dickhead during at night. It's during the daytime I'm serious. Daytime I'm serious. You want me to join the call? No, it's muted? Okay. Then I won't join. You can tell your chat members they can join the lurkers race too. Oh, that's sweet. This is the first time I've ever done this, surprisingly. I feel like I should be better at this. Well, let me give appropriate shout outs, right? You already know productive time. Who's Holinami? Gucci, you don't love me. I think I love her. I lowered OBS even more, but it keeps crashing. Okay, so I can see your chat now. Y'all go give productive time phone. I don't think I'm following Holly. What's crashing on your stuff though? 5 to 6 hours into the chat. Twice a day. Your PC's crashing? It might be because isn't your PC relatively new? I didn't even know how many viewers I had at the time. 5080? Yeah, that's the new one. I think you might be running into the extension heating problem, especially at 5 to 6 hours. There's a specific problem with the new 5080s. The 5090, 5080s, they are all having a overheat sink. The cable, you need to replace the cable. It's on their recall. I think I love her. Man, bro, time you got that good shit. $50.80, wish I could do it like you. I think I love her. I think I love her. All right, what we looking for? I need an image. One time for the shout out. Right now, it does jump on GPU. Gucci. I think I love her. I think I love her. looking for the data warehouse photo. I think I love. Whoops. Oh wait, it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me accept. Or is it because I'm already inside of one? Oh, she got some cool shit going on her shit. She got that cool shit. Send it again. Oh, it did? Up Nepa. I'm already. Oh wait, productive time is adding me back in. Hold on. Did I get kicked out? Oh, I did get kicked out. Hold on. Hold on. I got kicked out. Look. I got kicked. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Productive time. Can I add more people? Do I even have that permission? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Someone else. So I thought. So apparently you can't add people. You can't be added to multiple streams. So DB Rivera added me. Is this a new feature or something? Cause motherfuckers added me left and right now. Cause I'm left, then I'm right, then I'm right, then I'm left. I'm right, I'm left, I'm left, I'm right, I'm right, I'm left, and then I'm right. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm trying to see how to. But I'm pretty sure you can invite her to your thing. Yeah. You should be able to just invite them. Hold on, let me see if I can invite them. Oh, okay. Yeah, they got some kinks to work out. It's a cool concept. I am very curious how the viewership thing is marked, though. Super interesting. All right, cool. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. No, I mean, shoot. Hmm. All right, this is a little dope concept. I do have questions about like how it works as far as like well, I guess the shared chat log is gonna see. I need to see what it looks like from a viewer standpoint. Right? Because like do my commands show up in other people's streams then? Oh, okay. But I would be curious to see if people in your stream can join the race. Well, I guess they wouldn't have the channel point. They would have to find their way to my stream first. Oh man, that's a nice cross functional gift. If the perfect lurker could extend to other people's channels. We would have to use command based actions at that point. That'd be too dope. Oh, that is nice. That's a nice quality of life. I can appreciate it. I can definitely appreciate it. I'll try and do this with oh, the number keeps going up. Well, I guess the more people that watch on other people's channels. Yeah. Let me see who. Nice. Nothing like a little teamwork to make the dream work. You feel me? All right, let me post this video. Can you please leave? Yeah, I'm gonna do this shit tomorrow. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. If you're running your OBS on anything, I could imagine that. I could imagine this takes a little bit of a toll, but I'm not sure where the pull would come from. Especially if you're telling me you're running 5080. What's your CPU? If well, seeing you went NVIDIA, you probably went with the NVIDIA CPU as well. I think people really downplay 2024 gen AMD products. They had some of the greatest shit out back then. Willow was making fun of me the other day, when my OBS shut down. Is productive time struggling like that? Let me see what's going on. Let me investigate. Cause I got like 300 tabs open right now. Somebody help. These hot boys on fire, they need help. Somebody give it to me, help. Somebody help. All right, we'll go with a very polite one here. Let's get a little bit more spicy one. Just let it happen. You're gonna feel so good. Just let it happen. Mm. All right, now we need a clickbaity video.
Took 9 bullets. Everybody call that gangster. Man, Jesus laid in a tomb for 3 days, and he rose again. Ah, no, that's gangster, gangster, gangster.
Top of death on top of flesh on top my best. Hey, got the lids laid out, ain't got to sit around and spectate. Gave me high refresh rate, move so fast your neck break. Can't slow down too many rounds. Our block we're trying to elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, don't settle for living a life in the nun. We more than more to your beast from the mud. We made of the image and covered in blood. My God is the rock that was smothered with rhymes. My God told the flock of the lion is John. My God is the push of a million eyes. My God, my God, my God, my God. My God, he rising up, up in heaven stuck.
The pit isn't working. You're still in the race. No, I changed the algorithm for it. I changed the logic for it back to the original one that listened. It just listens to see if you're here every 10 minutes. And if you are, you keep moving. If you aren't here, so if you don't do anything or it doesn't show you as a lurker, so if you like comment like you just now, it resets your clock, but it just checks every 10 minutes, like the regular lurker did. And then once that one, and then if you get caught in that one, then you get sent to the gulag. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is better because having people, like, if you're working on something and you're focused, who wants to be fucking coming back to the stream every 10 minutes? Then you're not lurking, are you? Right? So I just changed it back to the old methodology. Yeah, and yeah, that's not a. I don't consider that to be a. I don't consider that to be a a memorable interaction, right? I think I got an idea. Interesting. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's edit these here. Alright, cool. That took way too long, but shout out to creativity, right? I'm talking about somebody that can knock out anybody. Cocoa Power Rangers, United Morphin Power Rangers.
Robo, what's up?
Um, any opportunity I have to edit, I'm gonna edit. Any opportunity I have to edit, I'm gonna edit. Mic sounds staticky. Let's see. Probably bumped it too many times. How's that? Hero stream if I didn't have at least one mic issue. Oh, is it still staticky? I blame Trump on paying respect to Jesse James. Wait, Trump did what to Jesse James? The fuck this loser do? What did he do? Oh, I can hear it now. All right. All right. Now all you guys can hear is the loud sound of my AC just pushing through the mic. Jesse James, you mean Jesse Jackson? But it's gonna be super funny if he really said Jesse James. If he said Jesse James, unless his middle name is Jess James, which is even funnier. Oh man, I was about to have a laugh. Jesse James, good friend of mine, best of friends, Jesse James. You know, he loved me. He voted for me twice. He wanted America to be great again. Jesse James. I'll be seeing him in heaven soon. Or probably not. Yeah, Well, you've heard one of his speeches. You've heard all of his speeches. Are you just getting off of work? Hey, don't. It was pandemonium in here for a little bit. People was going crazy. Hey, RoboDom, we do not need any late night theatrics. People are sleeping, resting peacefully. Perfect time to attack. A. Like a thief in the night, I sink my teeth in the bite. I'm thinking, what's good? Some of my people thinking, what's up tonight? No. I wouldn't mind having pizza with you. Man, YouTube by far. Like, and sometimes I just be wondering, like, damn, y'all, yeah, like, you just on the internet. you just on the internet. There was a person in here the other said, "Hey, earlier, can I tell some jokes?" I was like, "Why do you want to tell jokes?" "I want to make people's day better." "But what if it makes my day worse?" I'm the funny guy in this chat. It's mostly people on mobile, and really what it is just doom scrollers. Because for you to make it to my channel, if you're ever like like, cause like the people that come in here, they'll say some goofy shit like, "Do you play Roblox?" And I'm like, "So you've been scrolling so long that you've ran out of Roblox content, and now they're just giving you anybody who's just live. Like that's your sign to go to sleep. You see me? If hey, how you doing? My name's Shiro. If you're watching this currently on YouTube Shorts, it's time for you to go to sleep. Okay? Take your ass to sleep. You're up too late. You're up way too late. Only the real ones need to be here. Yeah, you know, people find their strides. People find their strides. But at the end of the day, sometimes I much rather, you know what, Robo, you make a great point. I much rather people get it off their chest here than go to like someone else's stream and just get immediately banned. Yeah, come here and get it off your chest, brother. But we do currently have a record for the most people in the perfect lurker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're community streaming, I guess is the way I call it. So now I guess you can stream with other people. give it away. Well, we'll do a few more edits. It did. You see productive time up there. You know, the perfect lurker. JD Willow, yeah, the perfect lurker is a party starter. It's a conversation starter. And then just look at the interaction in the in that main title. Yeah, all the green ones. Just unmitigated violence. If tomorrow's run goes good, I'm probably gonna lower the acceleration speed after getting hit. But if tomorrow goes good, we'll probably look at all these lovely logs. If tomorrow goes good, we'll turn it on. We'll turn it on and reset the points accordingly. Yeah, we'll give it the good old college try tomorrow. And if this one works fine, then we'll set up the figure eight and make a new coding, a new, I guess something. We'll see how this works, but. Alright, last edit's being done now. Almost time to wrap. Mm-hmm. looks like we thought the bot was gonna run, but I don't think it ran. No, it didn't. Fuck. The final part of it didn't work. Snapshot. What? Yeah, the final command didn't work. That's crazy. But nonetheless, that's what testing's all about, right? We're gonna leave you guys with productive time, so you're gonna be in good hands. You're gonna be in good hands. I'll see you guys tomorrow. A working day. Gang, gang.